Good morning, students. Today we'll be starting with exercise 2A. Question number 1. Find the zeros of the polynomial. Alright, so let us find the zeros of the polynomial. So exercise 2A. Alright, question number 1. The given expression is x squared minus 2x minus 3. So in this case, what do we have to find? We have to find the zeros of the polynomial. So zeros of the polynomial simply means the value of x. Alright, so you don't have to confuse yourself by saying what is zeros of the polynomial. So zeros simply means we have to find the value of x. Alright, so answer. So you write we have x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. Alright, now to find the value of x, what we will do is we have to use a method which is called splitting the middle term. Alright, which we have done in class 9. So I will explain to you how we will split the middle term. So to split the middle term, we have to split the middle term in such a way that when we add, alright, or when we subtract, we will get the same original number, and for the constant, when we multiply, alright, we will get the same original number. Alright, so let me show it to you. So let me split 2x. So I will split 2x in such a way that, so let me write here 3x minus 1x minus 3 is equal to 0. So let me explain it to you. See, in the first case, when I add or subtract, so minus 3x plus 1x, how much am I getting? 2x. And in this case, which is bigger, 3 or 1? 3 is bigger, so the sum so the operation sign will be minus. Alright, see, it is minus 2x. I am getting the same original number. And now for the second case, minus 3x, when I multiply, I should be getting the same original number. That is, minus into plus will be minus. Alright, and 3 into 1 will be 3. Alright, so I am getting the same original number. So next, what I will do is, I hope it is clear how to split the middle term. We have already done in class 9. So next, what we will do is we will group the terms into pairs in order to find the common number. So in this case, the common number will be x. So it will be x into x minus 3, because x into x will be x squared and x into 3 will be 3x. Alright, plus here in this case the common number will be 1. So it will be x minus 3, because 1 into x we are getting 1x, and 1 into 3 we are getting 3. Alright, so in this case, this is the common number. We will take them as common. So it will be x plus 1, x minus 3 is equal to 0. Alright, so now next, what we will do is we will find the value of x. So we will write here either x plus 1 is equal to 0 or x minus 3 is equal to 0. Alright, so x is equal to minus 1 or x is equal to 3. So in this case, the value of x will be x is equal to minus 1 or x is equal to 3. Hence, minus 1 and 3 are the zeros of this polynomial. So therefore, you can write over here the required zeros are -1 and 3. So this will be your answer. All right. So next what I will do is I will be showing question number 2, and then 3 and 4 you can do it by yourself. All right, so for number 2, it is a little bit different. We do not have to use the splitting the middle term. So you write here we have 49x square minus 64 is equal to 0. So what we will do is we will transpose 64 to the right hand side. So it will be equal to how much? 64. All right. Now next what we will do is we will find the square. All right, square of 49, and we will find the square of 49. So the square of 49 will be 7, because 7 into 7 will be 49, and x into x will be x square. All right, so therefore when we remove this power square, what will happen to 64? Square root will come. All right, so what is the square root of 64? The square root of 64 will be 8. All right, and also here we have to write plus minus, because we do not know whether it is positive or negative, so we write them as both. So it will be 7x is equal to plus minus 8, because the square root of 64 will be 8. All right, so in this case x is equal to plus minus 8 by 7, which implies that the value of x will be 8 by 7 or minus 8 by 7. So because there are two signs, one is plus and one is a minus, so therefore the value of x will either be positive or negative. So therefore you will write here the required zeros are 8 by 7 and minus 8 by 7. So this will be your answer. So student, question number 1 is completed. Remember, 3 and 4 you'll do it by yourself. So we'll be starting with question number 2. So question number 2, find the zeros of each of the following quadratic polynomial. So this first step is the same as question number 1, but the extra thing that we need to do in this case is we have to verify the relationship between the zeros and their coefficient. So for part number 2, to verify the relationship between the zeros and their coefficient, we need to use this formula, which is given from your exercise books, page 36. So relationship between zeros and coefficient of a quadratic polynomial. So this will be the formula. So sum of zeros, so like I've told you, zeros are the value of x. So after getting the value of x, what we'll do is we have to add them, and we should show that they are equal to the coefficient of x and coefficient of x squared. So I will explain this while doing the sums. And product of zeros, product simply means multiplication. So after getting the value of x, we have to multiply the values of the zeros. All right, and we will see whether they are equal to the constant term or coefficient of x squared. All right, so let us solve question number 2. All right, so question number 2, number 1. So you write all right, sorry, we will write first the expression, we have 3x square minus 2x minus 1. All right, so answer, you write we have 3x square minus 2x minus 1. So here you will write coefficient of x square will be 3. All right, so the number together with x square will be 3, and then coefficient of x will be minus 2, and then constant term is equal to minus 1. So in this case, the coefficient of x square will be 3, coefficient of x will be minus 2, and the constant term will be minus 1. All right, so let us find the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. So 3x square minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So as I've told you before, we will use splitting the middle term. So 3x square minus 3x plus x minus 1 is equal to 0, because minus 3x plus x will be getting minus 2x, and and 3 into 1 we will be getting how much? 3, because in this case we have to multiply. See, 3 into 1 will be 3, but this 3 we should keep it in our mind, we should not change it here. All right, so therefore 3 into 1 will be 3, but 3 it is in our mind. All right, so next what we will do is we will group them into pairs to find out the common number. So in this case, the common number will be 3x into x minus 1, because 3x into x will be 3x square, and 3x into 1 will be 3x, plus in this case common number will be 1. X minus 1 is equal to 0. So it will be 3x plus 1, x minus 1 is equal to 0. So let us find the value of x. So either 3x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 is equal to 0. So 3x is equal to minus 1, or x is equal to 1. So x is equal to minus 1 by 3, or x is equal to 1. All right, so the required zeros are minus 1 and 3 and 1. All right, so in this case we have found out the value of x. All right, so therefore the zeros or the value of x will be minus 1 and minus 1 by 3 and 1. So this is the same thing as question number 1. Now the second part of the question, we have to verify the relationship between the zeros and their coefficient, which we have to use the formula. All right, so we will write here verification. So I will explain it to you. So sum of zeros. So sum of zeros, in this case we have to add the two zeros which we have gotten. All right, minus 1 by 3 and 1. So let us write over here minus 1 by 3 plus 1. So sum of zeros, we have to add the two zeros. So in this case the LCM will be 3. So minus 1 plus 3. So how much are we getting? We are getting minus 2 by 3. All right, so in this case minus 2, according to the formula, it will be minus coefficient of x, and below will be coefficient of x square. All right, from your book you can see this one. See, sum of zeros, coefficient of x and coefficient of x square. All right, now coefficient of x square, what is it? It is 3. In this case also, coefficient of x square, how much are we getting? 3. All right, which is correct. And coefficient of x, how much are we getting here? -2. Here also, how much are we getting? -2. Hence verified. Now product of zeros, product of zeros is equal to -1/3 into 1, so it will be -1/3, which is equal to a constant term, which is equal to constant term by coefficient of x square. So in this case, constant term, how much is it? -1. Are we getting the same thing? Yes, constant term is -1, and coefficient of x square is 3. So in this case also, coefficient of x square is how much? 3. So in this case, we have proved that the relationship between the quadratic, between the zeros and their coefficient, and they are equal. All right, so you write hence verified. So this will be your answer. All right, so by yourself you will do question number 2 and question number 3. All right, so exactly the same thing. If you have any problem, you can send a message personally to me. Thank you.